welcome back to another video.
This is the finals of the Ice Age.
Yeah, round 4.
Got Max back on camera. He was in our first match of the monthly.
Yeah.
So he made it all the way to the finals with that burn deck of his.
Yeah, Sly Burn.
And we're getting a treat here from Karl. It's the Montreal Special, as he calls it.
Yeah.
As it's called. I'm not sure if he made up the name or not, but it's essentially, well, we'll see soon, but it's shops without shops. We'll get there.
Yeah, so we'll start with this, as we've seen before in action. I mean...
Yeah, it's a nasty deck, for sure.
Everything burn.
There's a good curve. The burn is consistent. The threats are real. The Ice Age cards help a lot. Incinerate is 3 more damage off of burn spell, which is great.
Yeah.
And the baubles turn us into a pseudo 56 card deck, which is nice. Of course, when you're throwing your burn deck, you just want to have your burn cards. So if you can play less cards, it's good. Also, it's information. So.
Yeah, it's information and also Anarchy on the sideboard from Ice Age.
Card, yeah.
Yeah, nice little addition to deal with, I believe, white, eh?
Yes. It just destroys, I think it destroys all white permanents.
Yes.
Shatter is obviously necessary. You're not playing white, so you need some ways to deal with artifacts. Though it doesn't deal damage, so I do agree with it being in the sideboard. I like how every card in the main board, other than Wheel of Fortune, but card draw is fine. Basically just says damage to some degree. They deal damage.
Yeah.
They're either mana or they deal damage, which I think is exactly where you want to be with this kind of deck, especially when you're playing the card like Ironclaw Orcs, where you're encouraging the curve of consistent damage all the way through.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, when you look at the deck there's like no fat to trim. It's all tight. Go. Yeah. The curve is right. The burn is there.
The only thing I think I would change is 1 Goblin Grenade. I don't think there's enough goblins to justify the 2 of them.
Yeah, maybe?
I would take a 1 Goblin Grenade.
And put like a fireball maybe, or just more damage?
It's tough to say.
Yeah. There could be a lot of, or maybe just add but now you're taking away from, maybe a copper tablet.
Yeah.
Deal damage. 1 per turn. Because then you start putting in the shatter, then you're taking away from the damage aspect. So.
Or if you want to keep the 2 grenades, maybe you cut 1 ball lightning for a Goblin King.
Yeah, maybe.
Goblin. All right, this is the Montreal Special. Weird picture. I don't know why it shifted over like that, but as you basically can tell, this is like a weakened version of a shops deck.
Yeah.
But it's on purpose. Like, I believe the idea was born of wanting to build towards a shops deck without using any proxies.
Yeah.
I think. So it started off without even having any of these power cards and stuff like this, and it slowly progressed to being fully powered. And then I think the meme just stayed where it just wasn't a shops deck. Its identity was specifically not having the shops. It went from like, I don't want proxies to let's not have the shops. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the history behind that. So you use the manifolds, right, to fuel the sage, and then to get your trikes, and then shoot some to your opponent, animate dead, so you could sack it to the sage, use your enemy dead, get it back, deal more damage. So copy artifact is obviously a massive part of this deck.
Yeah.
Also, you were mentioning where are the icy manipulators, and my answer was there's no workshops. But I think in fact the reason why, now that I'm looking at the deck more, there's no ices is probably because icy is a prison card, and this doesn't want to be prison. This wants to get a trike into play as fast as possible and then copy it a million times.
Yeah, that's why I probably have the 2 copies of transmute, just to get it out immediately.
Well, you can even ping, and then transmute the trike into another trike.
Yeah. And then animate the trike that you...
Yeah.
So there's a lot of interesting combinations, combos. The only Ice Age card in the sideboard is the Orcish Librarian.
Yeah.
It looks like more of a... how do you want to put it? Not like a joke card, but kind of like...
Or we're missing something seriously drastic about it. I mean, in theory, it has synergy with the Sage. You can... put cards on top. Like, you look at 8 cards, get rid of 4 randomly, put the other 4 on top of your deck in any order. So sure, you can find, you can dig 4 to 8 cards and then draw it with the Sage, if that's what Karl's going for. If we're missing it, please tell us, Karl, because
I'm not seeing,
because it is the only Ice Age card, right?
Yeah.
So
maybe he just felt like, just to put 1, I'll put this card, never use it.
Yeah.
Gloom, Disintegrate, Mahamotes, Red Blast, Blue Blast, Disenchant.
Yeah. So this video is not that long, which means either the burn deck is going to absolutely shred, or the trike pings will be too strong for.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, no trikes there, and there's burn there, so we'll see what happens.
2 baubles just to get through the deck a little quicker. So yeah, I could see that being. But if Karl decides to play his Mind Twist, and he will, it could be kind of
interesting. I mean, it's not like it's it has its pros and its cons. I would be probably a little bit more I would maybe wait for them to do some stuff, because especially if I'm correct that you really just want to get trike into play as fast as possible. That Lotus goes a long way to getting your trike into play.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're not playing shops. You have your Mana Vault and
yeah.
Okay.
But now, he hit lands, right? So hitting lands is good. He hit a burn spell, he hit the bauble, so it ended up working out for him. It's just that, that Lotus is certainly a sacred card.
Yeah. So now he's drawing 1 on the next upkeep from the
Yeah,
bauble.
Max draws from Bauble, that's true.
Past, Karl's playing relatively quickly.
Yeah, Karl's happy to see that a burn player do nothing. Now it could be an end of turn lightning bolt.
Yeah, Chaos Orb, but nothing really.
Well, when your opponent is not doing anything, and Chaos Orb of the Mountain is pretty strong, right?
Yeah.
He could keep it for a ball lightning if he wants to be careful.
See, now if I'm seeing missing land drop,
missing
I'm like,
land.
yes, this is a.
Karl is not playing Strip Mine. It's interesting to note. Do you strip an attack? Do you orb an attack? Do you just keep not using the orb?
I'd probably just attack with the factory.
So he animated the factory and then copied it.
How? Oh yes, okay, mana.
Yeah, so now he's got 2 factories, and then he can orb the. So looking good from Karl's side. One thing that I definitely don't see enough of, and when I do see it, I'm very happy to see it, is copying Moxin and mana sources. It's just good to get. It's another way to. Wow, that was
Close.
just another strange flip from a seasoned old school guy. Gonna have to talk to him about that.
Shame.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's watching this.
Oh yeah, Karl likes to watch the video so he can criticize everything I say about him.
Yeah, we love you, Karl. Kind of. Maybe not.
Flipped in untapped phase.
Flip. I'm not sure I follow that statement.
Like Max untapped before draw. Karl did it.
Okay.
Yeah. I do see a Goblin Grenade rotting in Max's hand. So this is kind of a non-game, right? Max got a mana source hymned and then got his second one orbed by a deck that isn't even running Strip Mine, so it's like feels bad.
Yeah.
But and oh wow, it's a shame too because Karl's running all these City of Brasses, so it's exactly what Max wants to see.
Yeah, unfortunately that Mind Twist in the opening, I guess it was the right play in hindsight now, because you're seeing like took a mana source, a bauble.
So it's interesting to note though, because Max would have drawn to 8 land, bauble, chain lightning, would have gone down to 4 cards, passed the turn, drew 2 more, and then Karl could twist for 5, and I think would have hit his whole hand.
Maybe.
No, it would have left him with 1.
No, 1 or 2.
Yeah,
2 cards I think. But still.
So it's okay. It definitely like hindsight worked out in this game to just do it right away.
So Karl's just like.
Oh yeah. See, so there's the value of copying your land sources, right? You can get that trike into play turn sooner.
Yeah. I'll just play my workshop.
Yeah, just play workshop.
I'm just gonna play the workshop summons. And then I'm just gonna copy C. Instead of copying the factory, I would have copied another trike.
Trike, yeah. Well.
Making it that much more effective.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't be special.
I don't need to be special, I just need to be good.
This is about being special. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, so there's your like attack for a bunch, ping, 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 transmute into the second one, and
Yeah.
wow, Karl, no respect whatsoever. Get this guy off camera. Never again.
Yeah. Yeah. Disrespectful. Disrespectful, Karl. Shame on you.
So also,
Shit on him the
also
whole
just
time.
to say is that like Karl's deck is definitely favored versus Max. Max got a lot of 1/1s,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
6/1, 1/1, 2/2s. One trike deals with a whole board, so it definitely feels bad. It can feel bad, but also though like, we witnessed a non-game, right? So like
Yeah.
there was a non-game from Max, and then Karl had the trike to deal with anything he did after the fact. So
Oh, he's showing that. Yeah, he's not putting that in.
gonna not give Karl the satisfaction of commenting on that.
I wonder what he would put in, honestly.
Karl should probably bring in just the blue blast. Honestly, I don't think he really gives a shit. His deck is just geared to beat burn already, I think. Max with the Lotus start, Karl with the follow-up power cards. Yeah, I agree with Karl's assessment. We're gonna get... Oh. This is the kind of hand where if you just had Ball Lightning, if you play Orc and Ball Lightning, it's a really good start. But if he only has the Orc, then the Lotus... Honestly, here's the thing is like... Oh, we had Blood Moon. Okay, so yeah, if you don't have an immediate payoff for that Lotus, it kind of feels bad to have it in your opening hand when you also have the Mox to play your 2-drop.
Well, but not really affecting Karl.
So here's an interesting thing. People try to bring in Blood Moon to stop Tron decks in Modern, to stop them from having the turn 3 Tron and everything like that. But what they found out was that the good cards in Tron, the Wormcoil Engine, the Karns, all that stuff, were all colorless. So like your Tron cards, your Tron lands got turned into mountains, but then those mountains just tapped for the threats anyways. So like that's what we're gonna see here is that despite the Blood Moon, even if Karl doesn't go to blow it up, which he may not, because he has Moxen too.
Yeah.
His lands will still tap for Triskelion, and he's got the Sapphire for the copy artifact. I'd be surprised if he honestly Blood Moon, if he orbs the Blood Moon. I don't think it's necessary. Like he can't even, especially because his lands are colorless anyways, he can't even get benefits to tap for... The only
good thing that is that Karl cannot attack with the factories.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's
so,
true.
I mean, there's that benefit. So you kind of see it as, okay, it's still tapping for mana, but he cannot attack with them.
Yeah, but I guess with 4 copy artifacts, right, he can even just copy the Chaos Orb. Like, he doesn't have to attack right now anyways. He can attack a bit later and just wait for copy artifact to copy the Chaos Orb and get...
Yeah.
The Blood Moon whenever you need it. But looks like he's going for Blood Moon. Looks like he's going for Chaos Orb right away. So he just wants his mana back no matter what. He's playing a different game.
Hopefully this flip is a little better. We'll see. And...
That did not flip, right?
That looked like a bad flip.
That didn't flip. I don't know what the hell Karl's doing. Gonna have to review that later. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That didn't look like it flipped.
That would be very questionable. Like,
Anyways, it's okay. So now Karl's got his colorless mana back. Which he can start...
Well, I mean, he's got his factory, so he could attack. So the Ironclaw Orcs now is like...
Oh yeah, he can block, actually, is probably more important.
Yeah.
Nope, he wants to fight. He wants to say, yeah, I don't think you have the Lightning Bolt in your hand with your 1 card, and he was right.
Okay, going for 2.
Not going to be
He's
good.
Trying to get the damage any way he can.
Chain Lightning doesn't hit factories, unfortunately.
Yeah, being a sorcery.
Kind of funny, actually, because if Karl didn't destroy the Blood Moon, not that it's right or wrong, but if he didn't destroy the Blood Moon, he could have paid to redirect the Chain Lightning to those orcs.
Yeah. But, you know.
Oh,
I think he much rather have the
another
factory.
Yeah. Well, now that he's got a 3rd one, it's kind of... it was definitely the right play with the 3rd factory. Because yeah, your 6 is, even if he bolts a factory now, you're still ahead. Oh, okay, that's not bad. But even then, you attack with 2 of them and just pump the one that gets blocked, right? So,
yeah, exactly.
and if you draw a mana source, you play a Triskelion and yeah. R.I.P. Max. R.I.P.
Yeah, he tried. Okay, taking one to the face from City of Brass.
Yeah, because now like this blocks both cards, and then if he plays another one the next turn, he can just clear the whole board, and it's just way, way, way over. Like nothing. I'm pretty sure nothing Max does matters. He can draw Shatter, I guess, which is not irrelevant, but yeah, just to think if there was workshops in this deck, that Galleon is 2 turns late, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Without the factory, without the workshops. Well, I mean, it looks to me like Karl will be bringing home.
Yeah, looks like
the Icy Trophy.
I mean, he's got 3 factories.
I mean, he has that 6 life, right? So if Max just goes bolt,
They used to draw the 2 bolts. No, because he could just swing in for everything.
oh fuck yeah, Max has 11 life, so it's just 6 and 9, and then ping for 3 or 10, 13. Yeah.
Yeah, too little, too late.
Oh,
Wow. Wowzers, kid.
wow. Actually, that's interesting.
Yeah, he started in the red blast, but didn't do enough.
That game might have gone a little bit differently if Max had 1 more turn. Like if Karl had maybe 1 less factory in play. That's actually that's an interesting top deck. That's the kind of situation where, like, you know, when you're wondering should I mulligan or not, and then you decide to do it, and you look at the top card of your deck to see if it was a good call. Like, just don't do that.
Yeah,
just don't check the top
I did that for a while, and it kind of messes with your thinking.
Yeah.
So now I stopped that.
It's completely irrelevant what the top of your deck is. It's completely irrelevant. You'll never know, and the stats aren't good enough to like hope for something. So,
well, you got to saw the Montreal Special in action.
Yeah.
Good job, Karl.
I'm happy to see the.
But you need to work on your flip there, buddy.
Yeah, you need to work on that. Well, Karl needs to work on a few things, like his elegance. Good. I like that JS cut the video off as Karl pull out his wolves. Yeah. Gives no respect, deserves no respect.
Anyways, but yeah, so that's it for the Ice Age Monthly.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed as much as we did.
Yeah, and stay tuned for next week. We'll have something special for you.
Yeah, we'll have some a new direction of content, as there will be no February monthly.
Yep. All right. See you next time.